Hello, this is Roland, Cisco Systems Switzerland. It's been way too long, so I'm trying to catch up and follow up with more of my diaries during the next few weeks and months. One of the reasons was I was really busy with events, broadcasting events, which we supported from our end. We brought in like remote participants, being it interviewees, being it audience, being it nominees for awards. So therefore it was non-standard work, which I really enjoyed, and I learned a lot, and I collected all I learned, or most of what I learned, in a little blog post from our end. One thing I wanted to talk about today was also the grid view in Webex Meetings. I realized that the default layout in the Webex Meetings application is actually the grid view, which is nice, which is great. The thing is, when you are only a few participants and not too many, and you want to like increase the size of each participant, then the quality of each picture may not be as expected. So I'm used very much to Webex Meetings being extremely high quality meeting platform, and with the video endpoints this is also the case, but with Webex application in the grid view is not as great. So therefore I highly recommend to use the stage view or any other view which allows to have the viewer, or which allows to have the remote participants in a bigger and higher resolution displayed to you. Then there is a new website online. It's roomos.cisco.com. It collects all the information you need to know about our RoomOS devices, being it Room 5570, dual panorama, room kits, integrator models. It has a big collection of examples, references, links. Release notes are there. There's also another website I discovered. It's called Awesom xAPI, and also this website contains a lot of articles, code samples, tools and references, and even third-party tools or devices which can be used with our devices. I then also wanted to mention the interop of our devices. So it feels like we are pushed hard to be compatible with all kinds of conferencing services out there, and I strongly believe that we are. I mean, best integration is with Webex Meetings itself. We can have a button on the displays to easily dial into a Zoom meeting, for example. We have for Microsoft Teams the CVI, the video integration option, where you can dial in with the video endpoint directly into a Microsoft Teams meeting. With the calendar integration, you even have the possibility to dial into a Microsoft Teams meeting with WebRTC. With a single button, you get a green button to push without the CVI, the full CVI integration. Then we also integrate into any other SIP-based conferencing service. So with these options currently available, and I'm sure there are more to come, we cover the biggest conferencing services out there. There's going to be a new proximity application version released. This new version does not care if your device is on-prem registered or cloud registered. It will still pair with our devices. It is going to be available on Windows and Mac OS. It's going to be discontinued on mobile devices. With mobile devices, you can still continue to use our Webex application. So if you have Webex, or the earlier called Webex Teams application, installed, you can still use the devices to connect your mobile device to the video endpoint. So you can join a meeting basically starting from your mobile device and then enjoy the high quality of a video endpoint in this to dial into this meeting as well. You can of course still continue to use the Webex application to connect to video endpoints, and Webex application is also available on mobile devices. So on Android, iOS, iPad, iPhones will all be still available, and will also not be discontinued to connect to a video endpoint. So meaning you can join a meeting from your mobile device and have the high quality video endpoint transmitting your audio and video. What I also wanted to mention, so besides proximity itself, we are also working on a Miracast option, meaning the Webex device is sending out a Wi-Fi network, which then can be used for Windows devices to share their screen into a Webex meeting or onto the screens of a Webex device. This connection will be much faster than you are used to, and it's also allows to share guests, for example, without knowing anything else except the PIN code you have to enter displayed on your video endpoint to make sure that it's a secure connection. You can share your screen via a dedicated little Wi-Fi network. One thing I learned is also our PTZ12 camera, which is out at the moment, or which has been released some time ago. Is not possible to mount it upside down, so you can't flip the image, and you cannot mount it on a ceiling like you can with our P60 camera. There is a very good Zero Trust security white paper out there. This white paper actually covers the standard-based encryption, end-to-end encryption, which also verifies the identity of the participants of a meeting. The amazing thing about this new approach is it will also allow to have end-to-end encrypted meetings with our video endpoints. And an additional option here is not covered in this white paper, but you now have the option to use so-called private meetings. So you can use your Webex video mesh node inside your network to have meetings which are only participants from within your company can join. So no external participants. The meeting is still scheduled via the Webex platform, and the video mesh node is also controlled via the cloud, but the participants and the media of this meeting will not leave your premises. Depending if you can also have participants, for example, connecting via VPN, so then it technically leaves your premises, but it's still inside your controlled network. I'm usually not that excited about our licensing, but we have changed with the AFlex 3 the active user minimum requirements. So you still need a minimum amount of 40 active hosts, but this minimum amount doesn't have to be 15% of your total amount of knowledge workers anymore. Meaning you can now, as a company of 1,000 knowledge workers, go ahead, purchase the minimum of 40 active hosts and still get all the benefits you receive from our active host licensing model. So you can go ahead and register all your Webex devices to the cloud, you can manage them, you can use the analytics in there, and so on and so on. Earlier, if you had 1,000 knowledge workers, you had to get at least 150 active hosts. This is not required anymore. So I think and I believe this is a big advantage. Then last but not least, since I worked recently a lot with broadcasting environments and trying to update green room in the office, there will be like a dedicated video in regards to that. I started to use the Stream Deck to control a video switcher, and now, since very recently, there's also the option to control our video endpoints with the Stream Deck. So you can not only control the video endpoint with the Touch 10 device or the touch panel of the video endpoint, you can also control now the video endpoints in a beta release with the Stream Deck together with the companion app from BitFocus. That was it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to get out another video with exciting news earlier than or more frequently, but I still hope it helped. And actually I have to do that more frequently again, because otherwise it's just too many news to cover, and even here I left out quite a lot. I hope it's going to be useful for you. Thank you very much. Have a good day.